Hello guys, Sloth 69 here, and welcome back to Prison Architect. So, we're back with the campaign. As you can see, I have been playing it. I have now completely and utterly finished 5 out of 5, but as you know, we are still on Chapter 4. So, I'm just going to jump right in. I have been doing some, you know, work with... So I now know how to complete Chapter 4. And chapter 5, I'll explain probably next episode what I'm going to do with that. Anyway, let's just jump right in. Also, for those of you who are wondering why it's YouTube 2.0, it's because the first time I tried, it didn't record, and I recorded for an hour and got really sad. Okay, so I said that I wasn't going to do all this, but just move on with the story. So yeah. Let's go. Should probably put the timer on. I have to do voices for them, don't I? Right. Chapter 4, Conviction. I do like Chapter 4. The lack of engagement at this facility is shocking. Men deprived of every shred of humanity. They're being shown scant compassion or respect. It's not what these men deserve. No, it really isn't. Indeed, Captain, this is no way to treat a human being. They're deprived of every shred of humanity. Why should they abide by our rules? You can't expect them to respond in any way but with the utmost resentment. We need classrooms, rehabilitation programs, a workshop so they can start to take some pride in their skills. I can't speak, by the way. Leave me with that. You understood? You Just give me a sec here. Right, I'm ready. You misunderstood me, Doctor. These men aren't human. See for yourself. I've lost the ability to read and speak. On your feet, Morgan. Oh dear. You've got a visitor. He ain't looking too good. Rehabilitation? Might as well teach monkeys to play the banjo. This is a very generous solitary. I'd only make mine 2x2. What's your name, son? Man asks you a question. Henry, sir. Must be cold down there, Henry. Put this on. Lice in the bed, sir. Eating me alive. Shirt keeps out the rats. Biggest one I ever seen. Ew. Why is there a hole in the wall? How are you sleeping? Don't sleep. Anything I do in here is think. Lots of time for thinking. What do you think about? Dying mostly. I'm a little girl. She'll need you to be strong, Henry. This will be hard for her too. Been behind bars every day of her life. She doesn't even know I exist. It's never too late to change your life, Henry. I like this guy. He is awesome. I'd like to come and see you again if I may. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Call me Walter. Dr. Walter Hurst is an absolute beast. He is awesome. Can we do something about those rats? This isn't the third world. I'll get some rat poison in there. You might want to just get rat poison everywhere. Maybe consider hiring a janitor or two. Ugh. Why have I always got to fix up these messes? Following the recent tragedy at Alchemico State Prison, we are under an immense political scrutiny. Until a permanent replacement is found for the CEO position, I'd like you to take the reins. There have been a spate of suicides at this facility recently, and it's not hard to see why. Is it not? I mean, there's like 14 people here. But we have a more immediate problem. The powers that be have decided to send us a huge batch of new inmates. The first will be arriving tomorrow, and we don't have anywhere to house them. We need you to build a brand new cell block with enough space to handle the new intake. And this is why I practiced. because I know how to structure this bit for a lot of prisoners. I've laid out potential design for the new cell block here. You should give us enough. This should give us enough new cells to handle the intake, and the design includes its own shower facility. But it's up to you if you choose to follow this design or do something totally different. My job is to prioritize the welfare of these men and get that new cell block built, and then we'll talk about how to achieve something that I don't really care about. I'm joking, I do. Right. So, when it comes to building this bit, I always go on pause. This is the first bit you want to do. Pause it. And because you have 24 hours to get it built. Planned, built, ready for the inmates. So, I pause it. Simple as. I know then how I'm going to build it up. And it's simply extend it all the way over there. Count out how many blocks it is. 37. Excuse me. Count out another 37 there. That includes the wall. Put that there. Right, and then half that. And then copy that planning over here, which I shall get onto right now. So 13, and the door, 13, and the door. Awesome. So yeah, basically to build this prison, you take this bit, copy it over here, and then mirror this entire thing below. So that basically quadruples the amount that he wants to give, you know, the prison capacity that he had initially designed. 6. Which is always helpful. And then what I did was I left this kind of area for the rest of the missions. Yeah, there's Morgan. Poor old Morgan. As you can see, it's a tiny prison. 18 prisoners. I mean, 4 of them are in a holding cell. As you can see, there are lots of people injured and all that, but that is not of my concern, so they can just go continue to bleed out onto the floor, because I don't care. Right, what I can do is start to foundate those, and then I press the play button on the time again, because they might as well start doing the building for those, especially as I'm now going to start planning out over here. Whoops. Okay. Bring that over there. Count out how many north. As you can see, I'm also leaving it on the slowest time, just so it gives me a lot of time to work. So they've got 12 hours now, not 24. It was always around 12. I've forgotten how to do clocks. That goes there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously, building out the second time is always easier because I know what I'm doing. That's 2. So that's my shower facility. Awesome. So I guess while I'm just building this, I'm just gonna go through what other games I have planned for my channel. So over the Easter holidays, me and a friend and my brother are gonna play through Borderlands 2, and we've yet to decide whether we're going to do an all Krieg playthrough or a quote-unquote Dahl Hitman squad, as I'm calling it. The all Krieg playthrough would basically entail all three of us going as Krieg, the playable psycho, and using nothing but bandit weapons. Now, bandit weapons have high magazine capacity, ridiculously large magazines, but their damage rate of fire is mediocre. It's acceptable, I guess, but the damage is bad. Like, it is really low. The accuracy is, you couldn't hit the inside of the other side of a barn from the inside. That's just how bad it is. And then the what else? Accuracy, yeah, fire, mag, damage, yeah, that's pretty much it. Reload is always slow, really slow. So we have that. Krieg's action skill, the Buzz-Axe Rampage, is also incredibly strong once leveled up. So we would basically just be spamming that a lot. Whether we do just normal mode or normal and True Vault Hunter mode is still to be decided. It basically just depends on how much time we have to, play. Because, I mean, the Easter holidays is 2 weeks. So you'd think we could get a lot done. And we probably could. But for the sake of you guys, I'd like to keep the episodes decently, like half an hour max. And obviously, if we're doing the playthrough of Borderlands 2, that ain't happening. Put it that way. I mean, I can sit down. I mean, yesterday I was playing Borderlands, a pre-sequel, for 3 hours. And then this morning I was playing it for another 2. So, Borderlands 2, yeah. Basically, the episodes could be hours and hours long, and we would get lots done. But I'm sure you guys wouldn't want to sit through hours and hours of just us, shooting stuff and failing and all that. But, leave comments, please, saying what you would like. I mean, obviously, I'm just here to supply content. I mean, I know what I would prefer to do, because it just makes my life slightly easier. But if you guys don't want to sit through hours and hours of the same game, it's completely acceptable. I just have to, I guess, try and keep stopping and finishing off a video and then saving the recording, going back to somewhere, and anyway, I'm droning. I'm just droning on. Other games. Borderlands a pre-sequel. That will definitely be coming after Borderlands 2. Now, unlike Borderlands 2, me, my friend, and my brother won't be doing a special playthrough of it. We'll just each go a different character. So I'm confirmed going Nisha. And my friend, and he knows who he is, if he watches these videos, is going to go Claptrap, the most annoying entity in the entire universe. And I'm not sure about my brother. Yeah, no idea what he would go. Anyway, back to the game. As you can see, that is now complete. And I'm going to just build up a nice pathway. And then build up another thing. There we go. So what's that? 15 minutes and we've already quadrupled this. I must just warn you, this is going to be a slightly longer than usual episode because of the sheer amount of stuff just in this episode. I'll do my best to keep it as quick as possible, but I can't make any promises, put it that way. However, I did find out this really cool trick. Well, I mean, I've known about it for ages, but it's just a really cool thing that I can do. So they're doing that. I'm actually just going to speed it up here because reasons. So, shower facility and the yard. This is why I split this bit up. This is going to be a canteen. This is going to be a yard. So if we come into materials and just demolish that wall there, and that wall there, and then build, excuse me, that concrete wall there. How am I losing so much money? Food. That's right, that's another thing that you want to do. You want to come into your food and set it down to low. And it might, seeing that it's now just 36. I'm also just going to fire a few cooks, just so we're not losing as much money each day. As you can see, this prison is just way too lax. And riots are not an uncommon occurrence. Now, I just realised it's 7:30. And I've still not finished this block. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here, I'm going to clone that. Actually, let's get that bit as well. And I'm just going to do this. Copy and paste. There we go. Do that, and then come into materials and build up a singular cell there. Come into quick build and copy and paste this. Did that work? Yeah, I think so. Oh, it's only pasting the wall. Oh dear. Yeah, it's only pasting the wall. That's annoying. Okay, so I'm gonna have to manually build all these. Yay. So there is one other game that I might put up on the channel, and that's Lost Planet 1, 2, and potentially 3. My only problem with it is that when it was translated into onto a PC, the controls weren't exactly done very well. And so, I mean, I have an Xbox One controller sat next to me right now, but I just need to properly sit down and configure the controls. I mean, Oddworld Stranger's Wrath even has the ability to use a controller, but let's just say it didn't really work very well. Let's just leave it at that, I guess. I might post a small video just giving an example, because I've already fiddled with the settings, but it didn't really work very well. It was actually quite funny. I couldn't get past the main menu. It was just spazzing out. Quite a lot, actually. Oddworld Stranger's Wrath. So, yeah, we just caught Eugenius. Well, I say caught, we just rescued him. And the next is Meagly McGraw. And now I'll say, I do like catching Meagly McGraw. And those, well, you probably know that I still am playing a playthrough of Oddworld on the PC. Not obviously I'm doing it on the PC, on the Xbox, the original, with my mum and brother. We just, well, we passed him quite a while ago, and I caught him alive. Those of you who have never played it before will have no idea. Those of you who have will understand what kind of an achievement that is. Catching Meagley McGraw alive. There aren't many that are easy to catch alive. He is one of them. And when I record the next episode, which may even be today, you will understand why he is so hard. How much? Still doing good for cash. Now I'm actually in a positive cash flow again. And that is because them guys have just arrived. He was an ex-lawyer. This is gonna happen a lot in this prison. Let me just say, there are gonna be a lot of writing. And luckily, because this is kind of the tutorial campaign, I know how to deal with said riots. So actually, I'm alright. Objects, shower head. Free. And because I'm lazy, I'm gonna clone that. And it's not gonna work because the shower heads need to be there. Prison architect, why you do this? Anyway, still looking good. Actually, right, planning, that can go. So yeah, once this cell block here is done, I'll show you something really cool. And I think I'm almost ready. Now, one thing that I absolutely hate is that it comes with pre-made electrical wiring and pipes. I just dismantle those and build my own because, you know, why not? Yeah, if you're wondering what he's doing, he is broken. And him, that guard, and these guys are just broken in here. It's because they are in a place with no exit, and they kind of just go broke. Excuse me, my workman is broken. Anyway, they're not now fixed, so stuff should get done faster up here. Oh dear. Let's get a singular doctor up in here. Right, quick build. Here we go. Done. That'll do for my shower. Oh, I've got one more. Just need a toilet. Awesome. And then that should be. Is that not it? Oh, because I kind of need to maybe just call these up here cells. Right, there we go. So just got a few that need just last bits and bobs, but I think that should be it. Provide a yard. Well, that's going to go there. But first, what I wanted to do was show you this. So, this clone technique that I was just using for those shower blocks, it can go very, very big, and that is awesome because I can paste that there. Come here, take that, paste that there, take that, paste that there. And then I can come up here, take that, put it there, take that, put it there, and take, ooh no, wouldn't have been the end of the world, but, and just like that, I have doubled my cell capacity in, you know, the clone technique is just so awesome. Right then. Let's put that there. And let's put one there. If you're wondering why I'm going over these, it's because I'm going to put a boiler there. Now let's just come up here. Put that there. Put that there. Oh dear. Something didn't go very well in there. Now I'll be spending a lot of time not doing the objectives because I am trying my best to keep this prison going, I guess. Anyway, that's the yard. Here we go. We're back in here. You gotta feel sorry for him. I was hoping to see you at one of my sessions. I can't do it. I can't stay in this hole any longer. Just take it a day at a time. I'm in the whole stinking place. In here, out there, they won't let me see my family. I messed up, sir, and that ain't about to change. Henry, it's going to be okay. I'm right beside you. It's funny, he said the exact same thing. Who, Henry? You can tell me. Flashback time. He looked out for me. Ever since we were kids. Keep your beep together. Whatever happened, kid. Oh, it's that guy, so I need to do that gruff voice. I'm right beside you. Hands up, mother beepers! Epic beeping skills is epic. Grab the money, kid. Oh, there's a note there. Oh, I need that note. That's annoying. Drop your weapons now. Oh, beep. Shoot, god damn it. What the hell are you waiting for? Shoot, you beeping beep. That's brutal. Hooray! You got shot in the arm. Beep, beep, beep! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! There you go. Apologies to headphone users who I've now just made deaf. So actually this apology is irrelevant. Anyway, Benedict Douglas and Morgan Henry. Right beside me? He ain't there no more. He's dead. I'll make you an agreement. Come to my next group and I'll see if I can relax your visitation privileges. You'd do that for me, sir? It's not just for you, Henry. The story behind Prison Architect is just awesome. Anyway, we've treated these men like dirt for too long. That ends now. The previous CEO was never a big believer in prison reform, but the way I see it, we need to provide these men with some sense of hope for the future. We need to give them the skills they need to succeed when they're released. Valuable trading skills, a basic education. We should start a work apprenticeship scheme, train these men with some real world skills so they at least have a future they can look forward to. I have a choice now. I can stop or I can keep going. No, I'm gonna keep going. I mean, you don't have to watch it all in one go. Right. Well, that should be fine for now. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna get going with this. Workshop, workshop, exports by the road. Well, there's one thing done. Prisoner intake to 10 a day. 10. Not going to take any maxed, only normal. Right, a workshop. Now, every time I do this, I build it here. So, you guessed it, I'm building it here. Objects, dismantle that. Materials, demolish that there. Come in here, slap a door there. Awesome. Just while that's happening, before that's happening actually, because I need to put a door there. Right, so while that's happening, I'm going to come over here. So a boiler, these were actually added in the last patch. And basically, well, they just add hot water. Because I actually care about my inmates, even though they treat my staff and colleagues like dirt by beating them up all the time. They actually don't help themselves, because by fighting, all they do is cause me to have to spend money repairing stuff, which means that I don't have enough money to build things that they need. So it's all just, you know, if they do this, then I can't fix what they're complaining about. Unfortunately, the classroom doesn't really tell them that, which is a shame, because it would be quite useful, but whatever. I'll wire that up later. Can't be asked right now. Oh, yeah, there's jobs. Yeah, that's a lot of jobs. Okay. That'll do. I thought I told them to yeah. And just like that, it was built. Anyway, those places are now just going to get done very quickly. So, I just need to fix up the holes in here with that. Oh yeah, I need to come in here, research prison labour. I'm actually going to go for extra grant and the armory. Maybe those. I don't want anything too expensive. Aha! Here we go. Just like that, it was done. So, objects. It always goes saw, then press. And then let's just put a carpenter table there. Ha! Perfect, right over the wires. And a table. Objects. Let's put a table there. And then just fill that up with people. It was also the kitchen. Build a workshop, working on it. Right. I think we're done. There we go. I managed to persuade the chief to make an exception for Morgan's family visitation. I'll turn the volume up because he gets quite sad now. Hello, sir. Kerry Morgan, here to see Henry Morgan. Behind the line. I'm sorry, I'm here to see Henry. Henry Morgan. He's my husband, sir. I won't tell you again. Behind the line. Now. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Everybody has to shuffle back. Okay, come forward. I haven't got all day. This chief's a right old asshole, isn't he? Name. Kerry Morgan, sir. Here to see Henry Morgan. And this here's his baby girl. That's what you tell him, is it? Go on through. He is an asshole. She is an even more of an asshole. Kerry! Afraid there's been a mistake. Morgan's lost his visitation privileges. What? I'm sorry, we found liquor in his cell this morning. Well, maybe it's because you treat him like dirt. There's nothing I can do. She's an asshole, he's an asshole. This entire prison's full of assholes. It took me 2 hours to get her. My daughter's crying. This isn't fair. You want fair? Go to Disneyland. Fair is somewhere where you win goldfish and eat hot dogs. You won't find it here. Please, give him this. Sure thing. You won't be having visitors for quite some time. Any message? No, no message. See? Full of assholes. No! Wait! You can't do this! Let me talk to her! Sorry about that, to wipe my nose. You beeping assholes! See? He knows. He gets me. That is very disappointing. I know, right? They don't get it, do they? It's so difficult to find ways to genuinely help these men. They really need to be taught to help themselves. I think it's clear we need to tackle the visitation facility. Families are queuing out the door. Not quite, but they're close. And we clearly can't handle the volume of visitors we are now seeing. Build a brand new visitation facility. Despite what happened to Morgan, I think we'll see a positive benefit. He isn't the only inmate here with the family. I've been doing some research and I'm astonished to find that many of these inmates have only the basic math and reading skills. We need to start to remedy this. Open up a new classroom, let's start bringing in external teachers. Without education, blah 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 blah. Keep expanding, yeah. Really? Where? Yeah, whatever. If they want to kill each other, I ain't complaining. Right, and that is where this actually, well, I don't need to plan. 1, 2, here we go. Objects, door. Look at them go. This will be built in no time. Okay, new visitor center, working on it, working on it. Telephones to all yards. Objects. Telephone. Ellie. Oh, phone booth, here it is. This prison is falling apart. Right. I need an armory. And so an armory I will build. I always build an armory in this prison. Need to get education. I shall get intelligence as well. Just because it always helps. to know. See? I mean, what did I tell you? Done in no time. Right. Telephones, chat, mail room. That is going down there. Assign prisoners to work in the mail room. So, I need... Unlock education, working on it. Build a classroom, also going down here. And a chapel. So basically, I need to split this area into a chapel, a classroom, a mail room, and a visitor centre. 4 places, huge amount of space. I'm sorted. Right, so... rooms. So what do we need? We need a chapel, so that's 6. Mail room is 5. Classroom is 5. And what was the other one? Visitation 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's just fill in all of that, and let's build up that, so let's build up that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it was visitor centre 1, 2 for mail, 3 for classroom, 4 for a chapel. Awesome. Chapel, mail, classroom, visitation. Here it is. There we go. I know what you're thinking. It's a mess. I don't care, go build your own prison. This isn't my prison, my rules. Wahaha. Right, so we need an altar. Actually, let's just put that one there. So we need those. And for some reason we need prayer mats. No, actually, yeah. Lots of reasons as to why we need those. My bad. Sorting desk for all the mailroom. Actually, no. Because I just remember that these actually need a place, you know, access to their workplace. Table goes there. On with the classroom. Office desk can go there with a chair. School desk. Can go here. And I think that's it. Education check, chapel check, mail check, classroom check. Facilitate 20 inmate. That'll do. Oh. Let's build that. Cool. Taser rollout. Yeah, that'll do. Rooms, armory. Objects. Guard locker. Weapon rack. Table. I won't actually be buying or hiring any armed guards because they increase the danger level. And frankly, there's no point. So, I need electricity. Oh, everybody's just gonna got body armor. There we go. Right, now I want to come to programs, unlock, and just start guard taser. So that all of my guards will be able to have a taser. I know what you're thinking, that's brute and all that. Trust me, get the game, complete the campaign, you will understand. Also, I need to kind of build materials, right. Let's... This is the boring bit, this is where... I now have to build up cells and a shower block. Objects. Jail door there. Bed there. Toilet there. I really wish they'd stop fighting. Right. Armory is ready. Yeah. Assign prisoners to work in the mail room. And for reasons it needs to be separated. I don't know why, it just does. Hey, I don't make the rules. Right, there. Spiritual guidance. I'd like to think that the spiritual guidance helps. However, I don't think it does. Okay. The only problem with running programs is that you need to put work in. Which is why I always just go and give them 6 hours of work every day. Hey, they're prisoners. If we're feeding them, we might as well make money out of them. Right. Where did it go? Spiritual guidance, here we are. And let's give another one there. Right. Assign prisoners to work in the mailroom. Run a foundation education class. Now, let me just say, it is very hard to get them to actually pass. Officer Keen. Sorry, sir. Thought you ought to know. There's been another suicide. Looks like one of the prisoners ingested rat poison. Dr. Hurst is on the way there now to confirm. Oh, wait, Henry. No! Henry. No. Damn it. Ain't she the most beautiful thing you ever seen? I think she might be. Never too late to change your life, sir. I just remembered I forgot to turn my game volume down. So you probably haven't been able to hear me for the past 10 minutes. I hope I caught some of you out there. I think we've made a big difference here. We've given these inmates something to work towards and a reason to keep going. You can stay and help us see the first batch of inmates through the education and work programs we've set up, if you want. But I think we can handle it from here. When you're ready to leave, click on the Polaroid in Morgan's cell. And because I'm lazy, I ain't gonna do that. So, let's just pause. I've kind of given them the basics. They just need to finish building cells over here. Wiring and all that. Whatever. It's out of my hands now. Which also brings me to the end of this episode. So, thank you all so much for watching. That is chapter 4. Usually there are more riots, and as you can see, there were quite a lot of deaths around. There's that Polaroid. Yeah, there were quite a few deaths. Oh well, always happens here. Out of my hands. Because frankly, I couldn't care less. Anyway. Oh dear. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Sloth 69. You've been watching me play Prison Architect campaign. The next episode will probably also come out today because I really, really, really want to show it to you, and I've got a plan for it. Also, this is a 50 minutes long, so I'm going to cut it off. Thank you all so much for watching for the third and final time. I'm just going to save it real quick. Over YouTube 2.0 campaign. Awesome. Right. You guys, my Sloth army, are awesome. Catch me in the next episode, and I'll see you then.